Abdullahi Kuta indicates that the third day Fidel prayers for the reposed soul of Umar Kuta is scheduled for tomorrow. The statement added that the third day Fidel prayers will hold at her residence after Challenge School's Metumbi Mina at 4 o'clock in the evening. Now business news. Nigeria's inflation has increased to 29.90% in January 2024 from 28.92% recorded in December 2023 amid rising food prices. Hafsat Abubakar Ushishi has more on business updates.
Statistics NBS disclosed this in its latest consumer price index. According to the Bureau, the figure is 0.98 percentage points higher compared to 28.92% recorded in December 2023. Similarly, NBS said on a year-on-year basis, the headline inflation rate was 8.08 percentage points higher compared to the rate recorded in January 2023, which was 21.82%. Still on business updates, Naira depreciated against the US dollar as the supply of foreign currencies dropped by 56.58% to $117.8 million. Data from the FMDQ showed that the Naira depreciated to 1,503.4 Naira per US dollar from 1,499.07. This represents a 3.93 Naira loss or 0.26% decrease. Similarly, at the parallel market, Naira dropped to 1,545 Naira per dollar from 1,517. That is all on the business updates. I am Hafsat Abubakar Wishishi.
And on the international scene, South African troops in the Democratic Republic of Congo have suffered their first fatalities since their recent deployment to quell a rebellion. Sarah Jia has this and more on the international scene.
Killed and 3 were injured after a mortar bomb landed in their base. The South African army said it was the result of indirect fire, implying the base was not targeted. The troops are part of a regional force helping Democratic Republic of Congo's military as it confronts a series of armed groups. Meanwhile, as fighting between military rivals in Sudan rages on, France says that it will host a humanitarian conference in April to provide aid to the country. French Foreign Minister Stéphane Séjourné told parliamentarians that the Paris gathering would aim to help resolve the dramatic humanitarian crisis impacting both Sudan and neighboring countries. The United Nations says around 25 million people in Sudan, more than half the population, are in need of aid, including nearly 18 million who face acute food security. In another development, Turkey's President Recep Tayyip Erdogan and Egypt's leader have united their efforts in Cairo, calling for a halt to Israel's looming offensive on the southern Gaza city in its war against Hamas. Erdogan's visit comes as ties between Ankara and Cairo are back on track after years of tensions and frosty relations. That ends international news. I am Sarah Jia.
Nigerian Meteorological Agency has said that the excessive heat being experienced in the country presently will remain for a while. Khadijat Muhammad Lawal has details on weather prospects.
This in its weather and climate update posted in its official X handle. The agency in a post also outlined the weather's implications and provided guidance to the public on how to manage the situation. NIMET identified dehydration as one of the fallouts of the extreme weather condition, adding that this could cause fainting, chickenpox disease, heat rashes, and weakness of the body. Meanwhile, unusual weather prospects mean that the capital city of Niger State and some local governments like Suleja, Kwantagora, and Kagara are expected to be mostly sunny, with the temperature between 38 to 39 degrees Celsius. Possibility of hazy atmosphere is likely to affect the federal capital territory, with the temperature at 37 degrees Celsius. Kebbi will experience breezy weather in the morning, while in the afternoon, hazy atmosphere will affect the state at the temperature of 36 degrees Celsius. Oyo and Port Harcourt will be partly cloudy with the temperature at 36 degrees Celsius. That ends the weather report. I am Khadija Muhammad Lawal.
With tomorrow's weather reports, we come to the end of our news magazine program, Newsreel. But before we go, here is a recap of the main items. You heard the news that the presidency agrees to establish state police in Nigeria. Niger State government set up Pastoral and Farmers Peace Committee. President Tinubu says Nigerian Education Loan Fund will take off soon. And on the international scene, South African troops in the Democratic Republic of Congo suffers first fatalities. That's the end of our news magazine program, Newsreel. A popular African proverb says, if you have a mom, there is nowhere you are likely to go where a prayer has not already been there. On behalf of the news editor, Onifade Abayomi, the entire newsroom production crew, the duty continuity announcer, Martins Jabril, I am Maimuna Muhammad Babangida, thanking you for listening.